I'm Simon, I play bass in Young Guns.
Hey, I'm Fraser, I play guitar in Young Guns.
And you're listening to Louder.
So I'm here with Simon and Fraser of Young Guns. How you guys doing except for being really cold?
Yeah, apart from the cold, we're great. Having a good time on this tour.
Just started, but you came back from a long run in the US.
Yeah.
Warp Tour for the first time.
Yeah, that was the first time, yeah.
Okay, who got sunburned the worst?
It's probably our tour manager, actually.
Okay.
He was walking around like a tomato for 3 days. So
He refused lotion, didn't he?
Yeah, we kept saying, like, you need to put it on. And he said, I'm too busy. But
Is he not British?
no, he's American as well, which is...
He should know better.
Yeah, he lives in LA.
He refused all advice and then he paid the price with a cornflaked head.
Okay, sounds nice. I heard that you guys are pulling loads of pranks on your tour managers. And now you got two?
We got Brendan. He's like our main guy at the moment. And it's Danny on this tour, isn't it? And then Brendan, who comes from America. He was tour managing us on Warp Tour and like a tour after that. So he's come over to do photos, merch, and general kind of just accepting abuse from us and stuff like that, you know.
So what's the recent prank you pull on him?
Prank.
Is it just usually missing the bus call?
Not really. We just tease him a little bit, but nothing too intense. Like, you know, just
give him nicknames for some reason. His name's
he's
Brendan, but we just call him Brondon for some reason. And then some other ones that maybe I won't say now.
Okay, now I'm more intrigued.
Well, it's kind of been like a development of his name, and now it's kind of got to something ridiculous like Hong Kong barbecue, and we don't even know how it got there. But it's just, we just basically give him loads of names.
And I know that after Warp Tour you had a short run with Of Mice and Men, which is not exactly your kind of genre of music. Do you prefer playing with bands that are more your style of music or the different ones, the left field ones?
I think it kind of can work both ways, and you never know until you try it. But I feel like in this instance, I feel like we do share a similar kind of crowd. Obviously, you're going to get people that aren't into the music that we play, and maybe our fans might not listen to kind of heavy music like them. But I feel like it's not. I feel like all our fans listen to so much different kinds of music. I feel like there isn't so much of a barrier anymore, because they're heavy, but they're still a melodic rock band at its core. So I feel like, I don't know, we only played one show with them actually in the end. We were supposed to play 4, but 3 of them were cancelled because of Austin's health, which was a real shame. And but it happened. But yeah, that first show was really good. It was the one in New York, and I don't know about you, but we felt the crowd was good.
Yeah.
Does it stress you more playing to more of a screamer sound, to a screamer sound fan?
Not really. No, we've played to quite a lot of different kinds of bands in the past. Like, we've played with heavy bands. We've also played with like pop punk bands and just straight up rock bands. So we feel like we've kind of covered all bases really. So like, we've always kind of maybe tailored our set towards the kind of show that we're playing. So say we were on like a heavier bill, we would probably we tend to kind of lean towards our heavier songs or more rocky songs, to kind of like suit that kind of atmosphere. But it's nothing that we're afraid of. If it doesn't make sense, we probably wouldn't do the show in the first place.
And more about changes. I know that Ben left you. So who brings that crazy childish vibe to the tour bus? Is it just you two now?
Yeah, we contribute a lot. We're all kids at heart, I guess. It is changed because Ben was very much a cheeky chap, wasn't he? And he is definitely part of that kind of that personality in the band. But me and Fraser, we're just as silly, just as immature as always.
Did I get it right? Is it that Gustav and John are giving you the parents' eyes every now and then?
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah,
in some ways yes, in some ways not. It's kind of weird, isn't it? But we're definitely the kind of like
consistently
consistent,
immature, I guess.
Yeah. Missing the bus call.
Comedy providers. You gotta do that. It has to be fun.
And I know you guys are named after the Kiefer Sutherland and Emilio Estevez film.
Oh, is that so?
Is it so? Is it not
know.
so? Young Guns and Young Guns, you weren't there?
That was never.
It was our old guitarist that came up with the name,
Okay.
like a long, long time ago, and we kind of just stuck with it. We'd only played like a few shows, and we were like, oh, we can't change it now. But
So you're not even
we
into the
could have
films.
done. I mean, I used to I watched them, but I wouldn't say I was like a massive fan of them. Or anything.
Not even fans of the westerns.
Not massively.
Apart from that Westworld program that's on at the moment, that's good. But it's not really a western. I don't know.
Have you seen the old one though? It's based on an old film with
No, I
Yul
haven't
Brynner.
actually.
Yeah, I have it lined up for tomorrow. So,
Oh, really nice.
so we're not going to take the conversation there. But do you even know if Emilio Estevez is still alive?
He is,
He is, yeah.
He follows me on Twitter, I think.
Yeah, I googled him the other day actually for some weird reason. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, he's still alive and still kicking, but not as big as he used to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so I was wondering, most bands are usually doing some sort of a 2-year cycle for every album, but Echoes was released about just over a year after Ones and Zeros. So what happened? What put you in some sort of rush?
Basically, I think the time between Bones and Ones and Zeros was like 3.5 years or something. So I think we kind of felt like this time we definitely didn't want it to be that way. So we were just like, let's just go and do another one as soon as we can. And we had the material, so we were like, let's just do it. Let's not hang around.
Okay, and I gotta be cheeky, and Chris is the new drummer. He contributed to the recording, but is not on the back cover. And
Well, he's
Well, he
not.
kind of-
He's not. I mean, he recorded on our album, and we used him for a tour, but we haven't actually like brought someone into the band as such. Like we're using Casey tonight for this tour. So he's like, we haven't actually added any like additional members into the band. Like Chris, we hired Chris to record on the record and to do the Warped Tour. And that's not to say that, like, you know, we won't look into getting another person in full time, but at the moment, you know, there's no real need.
And I know that you guys, most of you guys, play different instruments on a band. And there's a rumor that Gustav started the band playing the recorder. Is that his? I know he
no
played the
idea
bass as well. So he has a history of playing the recorder. So he never contributed
really?
anything with the recorder. You never heard of that?
No, that's news to me, but that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I think either at school. Well, I have my sources. I cannot reveal them. But there is a very base rumor that he used to play the recorder, and there might be a side project.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe he's keeping it from us. Maybe you know more than we do. I don't know.
So maybe the next album.
Yeah.
And you guys are touring with Billy Talent.
Yeah.
They became more and more political. Are you guys becoming more and more political from touring? Because I know Mad World is some sort of a metaphor to how crazy things are, but still it's a bit political. So is it making you more political? Are you more involved? You're more angry?
I mean, I think kind of with age, people become more political because, I don't know about you, but when I was younger, I kind of just didn't care. I was like, whatever, it doesn't affect me. But then you kind of realise that stuff does affect you and it affects your future and stuff. So, I mean, I don't think it's really like a conscious decision to be more political, but and as well, I don't want to speak for Gus because he wrote the lyrics. So, but I mean, Gus is definitely into his politics. He has been for a while, and I think we're all getting there a bit as well. Not that we're going to become like, I don't know, political band, but I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we touch on subjects like that, but nothing kind of in depth. You know, we wouldn't kind of brand ourselves as a political band in any sense. But yeah, like, you know, we've always written. Well, Gus, like, you know, it's more of a question for Gus, but he's always written lyrics based on either his own experiences or honest lyrics that people can relate to, perhaps, or experiences that we've been going through or he's been going through at the time, you know, and maybe, you know, with the current climate, there's been influence on the kind of material that he's been writing, and that probably comes across on something like Mad World, but we didn't, you know, we're not going kind of like, you know, in depth into it. It's kind of like touching on subjects, but not necessarily kind of about the whole thing all the time, you know.
So recent events and touring the world put you in a bubble or burst your bubble? I mean, you just came back from the US, which is really political right now. The big debate and the elections coming up, and the UK with Brexit and everything.
Yeah.
So touring, being exposed to other different cultures, to different people, does it just protect you with a bubble of I don't care, I don't really live anywhere, I'm on a bus, or does it just expose you to everything and make you more political?
I think it probably does expose you to everything because you do you kind of, because I do know a lot of people that like grow up in the same place and just stay there, don't go anywhere, and so they probably aren't as aware of how different things could be or how different things are in different countries. Whereas we kind of, I mean, I wouldn't say we get to experience stuff that much because we're always at venues and stuff like that, but I do think you are exposed to a lot more when you travel the world, and it kind of opens your mind to lots of different things. Maybe that's a bit patronising to people that just stay in one place, but I think you do kind of find that those sort of people have a different opinion to people that experience things firsthand.
Yeah, absolutely.
People just assume stuff, I guess.
Yeah. And I guess, touching on what Fraser says, I think the reason why that is because, we're in a position where we do travel and we do kind of like learn about, the different things that people are going through simply because we meet new people all the time, at each show or each city. So you're constantly, through normal kind of situations, social situations, you kind of become exposed or you become aware of the certain situations in different places, and that's how you learn, I guess, and that's how you kind of discover things for yourself when you speak to other people and see what things affect them in their particular area where they live, or the school they go to, or the kind of place they live, for example. So yeah, I mean, that's definitely, we feel like we learn a lot of it kind of just simply being on the road, whereas someone that doesn't get that opportunity to travel around the world and speak to the kind of people that we speak to might not get that opportunity unless they kind of seek out for it for themselves.
I feel kind of bad now for taking the two cheekiest band members of Young Guns and starting
the most serious questions. Yeah.
Okay, so I got something a bit different. I went over your videos, your music videos, and most of them are of you playing in just an empty room. It's like the biggest challenge to just perform really hardcore, just to a green screen and a guy with a camera.
It is difficult, yeah. Like, often the playback that you're playing to isn't loud enough as well, so kind of battling that, and then for some reason 90% of the time it's ice cold wherever we're doing it. So we did a video outside in the middle of the summer here, and it was probably like the coldest day of the summer. It was just like, wow, it's the middle of summer, but I don't know, it is a challenge, and you end up having to play the song like, I don't know, 50 times or something. You have to do it double speed, or you have to do it half speed, and it's just, yeah,
it's always tiring, it's always knackering, because I feel like, because we want it to be good as well, like when the director says do this, do that, we will do it, because obviously we want to get the best out of the video, so it is quite difficult sometimes, and especially if you can't hear the song what you're supposed to be playing, to play it on time can be quite tricky.
Okay, well, you can always just get girls to jump around.
That
happened. Okay,
maybe
or is that the scary ginger ghost you had in was it Winter Kiss?
Oh yeah, the ginger ghost.
So Simon and Fraser, anything else you want to add to fans and listeners?
I guess if you want to follow what we're up to on the road, you can follow us on Twitter and Instagram, which is Young Guns UK, and then on our website, which is weareyoungguns.com. And yeah, I guess check out our latest release, Echoes, and if you've heard of us or you've heard of any of our music and you see us playing nearby, come to a show.
Nice. I wouldn't add any more to that apart from just check out our new stuff.
Okay guys, thank you very much.
Thank you.